Hello everyone, welcome to Creepy Nibs on Count Chocula. Today is another writing fluid examination of pilot Iroshizuku Yama-budo. Let's get a focus on that. It's a swatch. I had this in sample form. Pretty old sample because I haven't bought from Goulet in quite a while. Nothing personal, I just think that places like Van Ness and Anderson Pens and such have a better selection of things that are to my taste. Here is the coloring swatch. It is a bright magenta. Gonna have to do some color correction on this guy, but whatevs. But yeah, it's like a magenta purple. It's got some awesome gold sheen. It's like a gold green. It's gorgeous. I love it. Alright, comparison time. Here is Yama-budo. Here is Noodler's Black Swan in Australian Roses. It's similar. This one leans more towards purple than this one does. But they're both very, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's pink, but it's like a dark pink. And here it is with Diamond Robert, that you will probably not be able to see through that sheen, because this is just fucking awesome. I want a bottle of it. It's a Cult Pens exclusive from my understanding. But yeah, you can see the parts here that don't have sheen kind of look like the darker parts of the swatch here. The sheen is similar, it's just this is way more intense. Like, whoa! There, maybe that. Yeah. There you go. Incredibly similar. Quite lovely. I enjoy it. Wait, no, bleach test first. It kind of got rid of it for the most part. It turned, I don't know if it'll catch. It's like a really pale, like eggshell color there, and it didn't really do too much in that dip pen test. Chromatography this time. I did an acetone one, but it wasn't interesting at all, so I'm not going to include it here. But there you I forgot a pointy thing again. Okay, so zoom time. Whoa, camera, calm yourself. So there's this like dark gray at the bottom here with like these, I don't know, lines of that pink through it, and then it goes up into more of a purple. There's some of that gray goes up to about here, and it goes up into that pink, magenta pink, and then darker magenta at the top, and then there's this like fuzzy blue bit up at the top. Well, blue, what am I where is there blue here? There is no blue here, it's pink. And then here's the one that I let dry, and you can see that gray bit got darker. And it did the same thing, essentially, except there's not as much of a dark magenta at the top. It kind of like fades out down a little lower, and it's got that same super bright magenta at the top. Go away, you're not wanted. Alrighty, so paper test time. Also, this is my first ever viewer-requested ink, so I'm pumped to be able to... Shit, no, I gotta talk about the pens. Also, Mike, you're cool. Thanks for requesting this. I hope this review will be helpful in some way. This is a Pilot Metropolitan with a fine nib. Very fine, moderate flow. It's not super wet, and it's not super dry. But this is a super wet ink. And this is a Wingsung 3003 with a medium replacement nib that I stubbed, and it is the juiciest thing. Oh my god. It's like biting into a peach. So, Clairefontaine, 90 grams per square meter. And there you go. You can see it's like a purple, pink kind of color. It's not showing up for me on camera properly, but hopefully I can do something in post that makes it look a little bit more accurate. But it's nice. I didn't have any issues writing with it. You don't really get any of the sheen in the writing, at least on this paper. You don't really get it at all, except in the swatch. It took 9 seconds to dry in the fine, and then 20 seconds in the stub. Oh, there's you get a little bit of sheen right there. See that? Sheeny. Water test, it's not good. It's not terrible. I've seen worse, but it could be better. I don't know if you'll be able to recover anything you write in the fine nib too well. Stub maybe, but I don't know. Sorry, it didn't dye the page too much. A little bit, but it could be worse. Definite echo, though. Like, certain echo. There's no spread. There's no bleed or feathering. But there's echo, and there's a little bit of sheen. Fabriano Echo Qua, 85 grams per square meter. Yama-budo translates to Crimson Glory Vine, apparently. So, yes. But yeah, it's nice on this paper too. I like it. No complaints really. It took 4 seconds to dry in the fine and 12 seconds to dry in the stub. Nicer dry times than on Clairefontaine, but that kind of goes for Fabriano paper. You can see a little bit of that sheen in the swatch. Looks pretty nice. Water test did way worse than it did on the Clairefontaine. Dyed the page a whole lot. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, no, that's just. It didn't disappear completely, but it is kind of gone. And then, ooh, did I like spit on that or something? Whatever. But yeah. Again, definite echo. If you're going to get echo on Clairefontaine, you're going to get it on every other paper. But there's no bleed, there's no feathering, and no spread. Rhodia, 80 grams per square meter. Again, not bad. Not bad. I don't really have any complaints. Yeah. There's a... I don't know. There's not really any shading that I can discern. It took 7 seconds to dry in the fine and 8 seconds to dry in the stub, which was weird. I don't know what's going on there. Water tested terrible. Dyed the page. I mean, you can see it left behind, but it's like, it's just all, it's all pink now. And then, yeah. Again, echoey, especially in that wet stub. You can see a little bit in the fine. That's cheating, but yeah. The water test pushed a little bit of it through. That's not actual bleed. Tomoe River 68 gram. It looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes. You can see. Oh, is it going to catch on camera? There you go. You get a little bit of that sheen in the wettest parts of that stub. That's really nice. The color looks really good on this paper too. You get a little bit, I don't know about shading, but you do get some halo effects. It took 8 seconds to dry in the fine, and then 27 to dry in the stub, which is expected. It's Tomoe River, and look at that. You get a bright ring of sheen around that wet part. Water test did better than I expected, but it's still not very good. There's a little bit of echo. There's a little bit of bleed in that swatch, but I was laying it on super thick trying to get that sheen to show up. Yeah, good stuff. Standard Tomoe River performance. Here's a 52 gram. You get even more of that sheen. Let's catch that. Yeah. Okay, cool. But yeah, it looks really good. No complaints. It's a nice, like, I don't know, really warm purple that's showing up as pink for me, but whatever. And that dot on the eye, and that beginning, ending stroke of the capital I, the dots. Gorgeous sheen. I love it. Took 7 seconds to dry in the fine and 21 seconds to dry in the stub. I don't know what's going on with these dry times. Those, you get a haze of sheen in this part, and then rings of sheen around the super wet parts over here. You get sheen around the dots for the water test. Water test did not do very well, but that's expected. It's Tomori River. But really, it did about as well as it did on the Clairefontaine. So how about that? Actually, it might have done a little better because it doesn't look as, like, I don't know how to describe that. It looks like pockmarked or something. And smoother there. Whatever. Certain echo, of course. A tiny bit of bleed, well, almost bleed in that swatch, but, you know, laying it on super thick. But yeah, no spread. No real bleed. Premium 32-pound laser jet. I didn't hate writing on this paper this time. It's a miracle. I don't know what was going on, but in that stub, it kind of looks a little woolly. Not good. But it's all right. It's all right. Get a haze of that sheen in some parts, like the dot on the eye. It's not going to show up, really. There's a little bit tiny razor thin halo of sheen. Took 5.5 seconds to dry in the fine, 12 seconds to dry in the stub. You get some of that sheen again. A little bit of that sheen there too. Water test was like, boom, it exploded, and it's readable, but it's not good. I don't want to look at that. It's not very nice. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. This is a super saturated ink, BT dubs. I don't know if you could tell by the chromatography. And you get a little bit of echo on this 32-pound, 120 gram per square meter paper. It's not a lot. I don't even know if I'd call it echo, but it's definitely visible from the backside, which is weird. That doesn't usually happen. There's a teeny bit of spread. A little teeny bit of sheen. Shitty 20-pound copy paper. It doesn't look too terrible, which is weird. That doesn't happen a lot. This paper just makes everything look like absolute garbage. But yeah, you get feathering in that stub, which is kind of cheating. It's a super wet stub. And you get definite spread all over the place. A little bit of feathering in that fine nib. It doesn't look too insanely woolly like it has with some other inks that I've tested on this paper. It took a second to dry either way. The swatch, you get you lose all the character to this ink. There's no sheen, there's no shading, there's no halos. That water test is fucking abominable. Like, oh my god, what happened? What happened? What happened? It's like a Muppet escaped. And then transferred itself into the paper. But yeah, that's horrible. That's disgusting. And on the back, bleed all over the place, but that's what this paper does. There's not a whole lot in the fine. There's a few dots here and there. Certain echo all over the place. Yeah, that swatch pushed through pretty bad. That water test pushed through a lot, and yeah, not good. Not good. Here's the Staples filler paper. I don't know how helpful testing it on this paper is, but I guess if you have like a binder or something, you're using this in school, whatever. But yeah, you get some of that sheen again. It took 6 seconds to dry in the fine, 21 seconds to dry in the stub. Water test did as well as it did on the other premium papers. It dyed the page a little bit and like turned a lighter shade of purple. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, I could deal with it. Definite echo, almost bleed in a lot of spots. Bleed definitely in that swatch. So I don't know if this would be super useful for using in this kind of paper. Well, it is. It's alright, not bad. Can't complain. Marimano Masane! And here we go. We get a little bit of halo sheen in those super wet parts. It looked paler on this paper than it did on the other ones. I don't know what's going on there. But it could be because the pen was running out of ink. Because I just barely enough to do my writing tests with. But yeah, it looks nice. I like it. It's a pretty ink. I don't know if I'd get a bottle of it, just because this isn't exactly like my color. But when I first got into fountain pens, I heard a lot of people liked it and loved using it a lot. So I'm like, okay, I'll get a sample of it, see how I like it. And I like it. But I only like it. It took 7 seconds to dry in that fine nib, 15 seconds to dry in that stub. You get some halo sheen in that swatch. Water test looks really weird. Really weird. I don't know what is... That's kind of gross looking. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe you have words for that, but I don't. But yeah, I didn't do very well. There's no bleed. There's some echo, a little bit of sheen. But hey, overall not bad. Good stuff. So there we go. That was Pilot Iroshizuku Yama-budo. Thanks again to Mike for requesting this ink for review. I hope you found this helpful. I hope everybody watching this video found this helpful in one way or another. So I had fun. I hope you had fun. This was fun. Yeah, fun. Bye.